No problem. Hold on, I'm just missing all my stuff. Hold on. Let me
So,
get.
so just quickly, Sam, did Kelly send you a copy, electronic version of my contract? Is that right?
Yes, yep.
Okay. I'll hand it off to you guys.
All right, are we ready to go?
Yes.
All right. Good evening. Today is Wednesday, November 29th, 2023. It's 5:30 p.m. This is the Personnel Subcommittee of the Gloucester School Committee. Folks in person are meeting in the principal's conference room at the Gloucester High School. I am joining remotely. Effective August 16th, 2023, the public is welcome to attend in person. Alternatively, the public may attend through the Zoom link below. Meeting notice will reflect if the meeting is Zoom only. As the recent amendments to the open meeting law allows, the subcommittee may continue to hold meetings remotely. Please note the in-person meeting will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the remote connection. So I'll call this meeting to order, and tonight we just have a one-item agenda, and it's to discuss the superintendent's contract. So I can help tee it up, and Kathy, feel free to jump in at any point. Well, let me just get. So, as we continue to review the plan for ongoing improvement, and we sort of understand the breadth and the depth and the length of time that many of the incredible goals will take, I think it's important that we sort of reflect on the length of the superintendent's contract, and make adjustments as necessary to reflect the work that needs to continue to be done. And so tonight we'll be discussing essentially changing, and again, Kathy, correct me if I'm wrong, keeping the contract as is except for the dates. So changing the dates to extend for another year. Is that correct?
Yeah.
No other changes.
No other changes, no other terms of the contract. I had suggested we have this discussion because, as you said, our plan for ongoing improvement is a long-term plan. We know some things happen in the short term, other things take a while to actually lay the groundwork, get implemented, start seeing results. So I think it's important from a district perspective to basically have a contract that reflects our commitment to that district improvement plan put forth by this particular superintendent. Based on performance reviews, there is tremendous evidence and history over these pretty long, given all the challenges,
like dog years.
the challenges that have happened, but I think they've all been navigated really well. And the new school was built, and now really, all along we've focused on improving academic outcomes and how we do the work of the district, through the superintendent and the staff. But this year there's thankfully less of those other things drawn on time. So I think, really putting our faith behind that plan and Superintendent Ben Lummis in his role of putting that forward and all the steps that are involved in that, just extending by 1 year, or basically renewing/rewriting the contract to have a new contract that begins this July 1st, 2024.
Yeah.
And extends 2027 makes sense. Okay.
Laura, do you have any thoughts or questions?
I think that it's a real priority to continue to stay consistent. Our plan for ongoing improvement is a major shift in some ways and a major continuation in others. And I think it's extremely important to continue with Ben's leadership as we steer this district towards better academic outcomes, but also sort of, in fulfilling options such as the new CBTE, the new CBT, department, I'm not sure what the word is.
Program.
Program, thank you.
Yep.
But, all of these things in process, we're sort of, but just to keep all of it moving consistently, with a consistent superintendent who's been navigating this so very well from my perspective. And, I think this is the best for the district. I think this just helps us continue to improve and I'm for that.
Great.
Do you have any?
Yeah, I mean, just a couple things. One, I mean, in the way the contract was written before is there's, it allows for an extension, by the committee not doing anything. And so I appreciate the committee actually doing the active approach to saying, and by saying what you're saying tonight, but also saying we want to continue, and for a full 3 years, but essentially it's just so it's clear to folks. It's essentially adding 1 year of the contract that I have now, which is great. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the endorsement entirely. As I've said so many times, I love being here in Gloucester and living here in Gloucester, working here in Gloucester. And totally appreciate that. I'm still and will for many years be a new person in Gloucester. Like that's totally fine. I try to be humble in that way. But also, the plan for ongoing improvement that we're working on, and it's a very broad we. It's taking every single person in the schools, right? We're, I would say, in the middle of the beginning, of work that is very powerful to make sure that our kids belong, all kids belong. And because they know they belong, they learn the best they possibly can. And, and a lot of that to learn the best they possibly can, which means a lot of work from our teachers and leaders and paraprofessionals and others, on strengthening their practice, and learning new things and honing things and, and working with each other on getting better and better in order to continue to serve our students well and continue to serve them even better, and our families as well, of course. And that's not easy work, but I am committed to it. And that's because I know our staff, are working really hard every day, and our school leaders are working hard every day. And that's a real credit to them. So, it's an honor to be here in Gloucester, an honor to lead the schools, and I appreciate your support and saying we need to keep on doing that. So thank you.
Yeah.
Kathy, do you have a motion written down with the dates? Because I don't have it in front of me.
I don't, but I don't have it written down, but I will take a stab at the motion, which is I move that we approve a adjusted contract with the superintendent that reflects an additional, well, that reflects struggling with this. That reflects the term, yeah, so basically all we're doing is changing the term. There's no, yeah, okay, so I make a motion that we adjust the contract with the superintendent, and there'll be a new contract signed because this one will no longer be in effect, but the term will be: the agreement shall commence on July 1st, 2024 and shall terminate on June 30th, 2027. Committee on or before December 1st, 2024 shall notify the superintendent in writing if it does not wish to extend the terms of the contract for an additional year. So that those dates would change. In C, it would change to: the superintendent shall notify the committee in writing on or before June 1st, 2027 as to whether or not the superintendent wishes to commence negotiations for a successor agreement. And in term letter D, committee on or before June 30th, 2027 shall notify the superintendent in writing as to whether or not it wishes to commence negotiations for a successor agreement. So all the year dates will one will all go up by one. So any reference to 2026 will get 27, and then in F, it, I'm just saying, every year we'll add a year, and that'll be the new terms. E, it says in the event both superintendent and committee give notice indicating their desire to commence negotiations for a successful agreement, the parties hereto shall meet and shall attempt to conclude negotiations on November 15th, 2027, 27, and in F, anything contained herein to the contrary, notwithstanding, this contract will automatically terminate on June 30th, 2028. 28. Because of the automatic, because of the extension.
Let's have the motion can be to have a 3-year contract from 2024 through 2027.
There we go.
Yeah. That can be the motion, and then we'll have a revised one that goes before the committee, which has the changes.
Excellent.
Okay.
Okay.
So motion to
To adjust the superintendent's contract to commence on July 1st, 2024, and to terminate on June 30th, 2027. And I so move.
Second. Any further discussion?
For the sake of clarity, my motion has been my lengthy motion has been.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna remember that for the next meeting.
All there's
Okay.
And just, well, okay, let's vote on this, and then I just want to say something.
No, we can discuss.
Well, I just want for the public to know that the next time the superintendent's contract will be fully negotiated will be before the end of 2027, right? Is that
right.
okay?
The school year 2027-2028 is currently not. This is
Yeah.
This is the school year 2026-27.
right, 26, 27, right? Yeah, yep. Right.
That's the end of your contract. So then for 27-28, we would have to renegotiate.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So we have to do a roll call. Kathy,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Sam, yes.
The motion passed.
The motion passes unanimously. Anything else?
The next school committee meeting will be a week from today on December 6th
Okay.
6:30.
at 6:30. Yes, 6:30. 6:30 p.m.
All right.
The public's invited in, will be held at typically is the Gloucester High School Library.
All right. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? No, we can't do all in favor. Kathy,
Yes.
you're muted. Yes. Laura,
Yes.
Sam, yes. All right.
Great.
Thank you, folks. Thank you very much.
Everyone.